Okay, so the house is actually finished. I have some extra stuff out here. I'll just grab that, Control H to hide. And then I want to texture it. And the way I do that is I add materials to the parts that should be the same color. Let's just turn on 6. So you can see we already textured these little things up here. We could add extra here, but I didn't. So for the main house here, I'll apply a matte material like this thing, and I'll make it like white, like this. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll grab faces like these on the top here, and they are supposed to be roof. So I will I'll apply another material for that, in this case blend. There you go. And then for this blend material I'll add a file as a texture, and that texture should be, let me just find this, it's down here, textures, and it should be the one called roof tile slate. There we go. And it looks like this. Oh my, something like that. Yeah. So to fix this I need to UV map every single piece of this. So I grab this, go to the polygon menu set, create UVs, planar mapping options, and in here I set it to best plane, and then I just go project or apply. There we go. So I apply one there, and I just go through all of them like this. I need to do them one by one, because if I select multiple, it will actually try to find the best plane matching all of them, which is not really what I want. Okay, done. If I then go to my channel box, you can see that I have, in this case, 7 of these polyplane projections. These are of a varying size, so you can see that this is more stretched than this, because it'll just match the texture to one of them. So I'll just go through them one by one and set the projection width and height to the same thing, maybe 10. Just grab each of them, set this to 10, both of them 10. So I'll just click drag here to make sure that I get both of them, and just enter 10. And you can see that this manipulator over here will change size to a square of 10 by 10. So when I'm done here, they are all the same size, obviously. Not exactly the size I'd like them to be, but the same size. They are also on the side, so I can fix that in a couple of different ways, but fixing it with the shader is only an option if they're rotated the same way, and that's not the case. So what I do is I go to my UV texture editor. There, I can just zoom out a bit. It's not important that I look at it up close. And then I'll grab a face one at a time, and you can see here that this face is on the side, so I'll need to rotate it twice to the right for it to be upright, like so. Then I grab this one, it's the same, twice to the right. This thing here also twice to the right. This thing here again twice to the right. This will also be twice to the right. This will be twice to the left, and that too. And then all of them are done. So that was fairly quick, right? And then to make them have the right size, I'll fix the material for them. So I'll go to my rendering editor's Hypershade and find my roof tile stuff thing here. And it looks like this. And you can see that it has this place 2D texture for that file. And in here I can type repeat of maybe 4. So that doesn't look too bad. You know, the size of the slate sort of gives the house size, because you have an expectance of how big things are. So if you have really small windows, you'll think that the house is big, and the same thing with things like bricks and so forth. So it has to go together. Maybe I'll just change this to 6 to see. It makes the house look a little bigger now that it's 6, right? You can see that. So depending on the size I choose, I give the house some sense of size. Then the next thing to do is the walls of the house. Go to face, grab that, shift double click this one, and it should, but it doesn't select all the way around, so I'll just go through it manually and select these there, and I assign a blend material to this. And again, I'm going to go and grab a file, and this time it'll be the planks overlapping, this one. There we go. And it looks like this. Not really what I wanted. Again, create UVs, planar mapping, and then just go through them and do the best plane thing. Just applying all of them. There we go. And again, look at this in the channel box, and I can see I have this series here of planar projections, so I'll set them all to 10 as well. So 10, oh, not that one, 10. I could also select all these nodes in the node editor. So if I go in here and grab node editor, and see I want the one called polyplanar projection 8 and up to 15. So just grab this and outline this, and then I need to zoom in and find the right one. So let's see, it's not this part over here, so it's probably the part that's over here somewhere. Polyplanar projection 8, starting there and going to 15, which is there. So I'll just grab all these. Actually, I don't want that one. Okay, so that selects all of them, and then in fact it should just change all of them. If I just change one, you should see that they're all changed to 10. So it's a little shortcut. That works with the channel box, not the attribute editor. So if I was using this, it wouldn't work. It only works in the channel box with multiple selections. So we have this on here, and then again I need to go to faces and then go to my UV texture editor, and then I need to go through each of these and rotate them so that they make sense in terms of the size of the house. Now for the walls here, if I want them to actually line up nicely, this has to go all the way around here. What I can do is I can sew them together, and I'll just show you that in a second. That looks good. And so you can see right now the planks here are not lining up, and it doesn't really look that nice. Of course it'll be better when I make them smaller, but they'll still offset a little bit. A quick way to fix that is to do the move and sew thing. So I'll just select this object here, and I'll then go to show, isolate, select, view selected. So I'm only looking at this right now. Oh god, that was bright. What happened there? Okay, and then I grab an edge, and then I click move and sew. There we go. And that one as well, move and sew. And that one, move and sew. And there, move and sew. And to the front here, there, move and sew.
What's it called? Move and
move and sew. So like sewing it together.
sew?
Yes.
Move and sew?
So, like so. So I have the whole house as this piece here. Oh, actually there's a piece there that has not been attached. So let's go and grab an edge. I need to select that one. Whoops. Go and grab an edge. This thing there, oh, I already did that one. And this one is in there, and this one is that one. Okay, so now it should all be done. And you can see if I go out of this and go back to this, that they should all line up now, going around the house, so that it's all nice and tidy and exactly like I wanted. And then, of course, for this material, I need to change the size again for the texture. So I go in here, grab the place 2D node, and then change the repeat. So maybe try 6 like with the other one. That actually looks fairly okay. Let's try a somewhat bigger one. Let's try 8 maybe. That works too. So I'll leave it at 8. 8 is good. Another thing I'd like to do is, right now it looks kind of flat when I render it. I'd like to add a little unevenness, and I can do that by applying the same map as a bump map. So if I just zoom in here, you can see what it looks like. So I drag that with the middle mouse button, bump map. And then I need to change the bump settings perhaps to 0.2 so that it's only a little bit. In this case with the blend material, I also need to turn down the reflectivity to 0 because I don't want it to be reflective. The amount of specular or highlights, you should consider whether you want that depending on your scene. If it's an old house, you probably don't want it to have too many highlights, but if it's a rainy scenery you want, then you want highlights. So I'll just turn this down a little bit to have less highlights, like so. And then I need for the roof bits, I need to do the same to create this bump. Again, make this a low number, 0.2, turn off the reflectivity, make it not quite as shiny. So I get something like this. I also need to add roof for this. So
Assign existing material.
yes, assign existing material, and that would be blend 5, I think. Yes, that looks really weird. So I just grab a face here, go to the Create UV's planar mapping, go apply, apply, and apply. And then again, for the model here, I need to go and make sure that these are set to the same number. So I set them at 10 again. There and there. And then I just need to rotate them in the UV texture editor. There you go, face, grab that. Need to rotate twice to the left. This one needs to rotate twice to the right. And this thing needs to rotate twice to the right. Something like that. Okay.
Shouldn't they be bigger?
You can make them bigger if you like. I like this size, but you can change it. It might also be that when I render it, I go, oh, maybe slightly bigger.
It's just hard to see, and then
Yeah, that's true.
details and
This thing down here, I'll add a white color as well. So just go material attributes and just make this slightly white. And go face, grab these, shift, select, double click, go around there. Add a blend material for this, turn down reflectivity, add a texture. And for this I prepared a small this thing here. For the bottom one, you can see it looks not so good at the moment. So again, for this here I can actually use there. For this I can use automatic mapping, so I go create UVs, automatic mapping, like so. And then I can go to my edit UVs. There you go. And again, just use the, just make this window slightly smaller. I don't really need it that big because I know what's going on. Just grab edge, grab this, do the sew thing on all of these. There you go. I can hear that Ahmed is running his class loudly again today. And there we got that one, and we got that one, and that should be fine. Okay, so we have one long strip here, and I just go and grab the UVs for this, control right click to shell, and flip this around like so, and then I just need to scale it up. I just scale it up like this, maybe, so maybe a little more. You can see you can also create the size of it by just scaling it over here. So if I just scale it like that, I get what I want. And then I can go to my hyper shade. There we go. And again, the same thing, no reflection. Use this as a bump map as well. Maybe make the bump here slightly bigger, like 0.3. So I get something that looks like this. And then this thing up here, all of these small bits. Oh, I'm component mode. Just grab that. See if I can get all of these selected. See, this is where it's a good idea if you organize your bits into groups, so that they're easy to select. Grab all that, and then all of these. Oops, not that one, that one. There, there. So there's quite a bit to select here. Grab all these. There we go. Oh. Like that. Okay. Oh, I need this one as well. There we go. And this one. That's all good. And then I assign a blend, make it fairly white, no reflectivity, not too much reflectivity, so something like this. And I can actually, this is blend 8, I can reuse that for all of these poles here going around. Just use that, and then go assign existing material, blend 8. There we go. And then perhaps these pieces here again. It's the same. It is hot in here, isn't it?
It's really hot. Can anyone open the window?
Assign existing material, blend 8. And then we need these railings as well. I'll just assign the same thing for them as well. Oh, not that one. That one. I use arrow up to select all of the ones inside. And see, there's just a few here I need to select extra, like there, and then go assign existing, blend 8. Okay. So the only thing I haven't assigned are all the frames of the doors and this top window here, but let's do a test render of this and see what it looks like.
Looks nice.
Yeah, it's
It looks pro.
it's getting there. So I need to add perhaps the same white shader for all the window frames, and perhaps a bit of a concrete for the staircase, or maybe some planks for the floor here, and a little bit for the window up here, and that's all. So I'll just go on and do that, but I'll stop the video for now.